Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we are looking at NASCAR 1 in a Million Moments. Wow, just from that title I just cannot wait to see these 1 in a million moments. Like, this is going to be some crazy stuff right here, so stay tuned to the end. Don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's get on with this video.
In NASCAR, there are events that are certain to happen every week. There's gonna be a race winner, the drivers will make pit stops, and someone's gonna crash.
For sure.
Some situations are incredibly rare. So rare that they'll make you say, I can't believe
What?
it. Let's start off with prefacing.
No way.
Blowing your tire in NASCAR is a rare occurrence. It's not going to happen in every race. Then, take the 40 cars in a NASCAR field per week and let them race in a 130 lap event. Of all cars, the probability of only the leader blowing their tire is significantly unlikely. The probability that the leader will do it on the very last lap of the race is that much lower. But we're not done there. Pocono Raceway has 3 primary corners, and in our 130 lap race, that makes for 390 turns.
Wow.
In this situation, the leader blows his tire in the last corner of the last lap. And yeah, there's no way that you can make this up. This scenario described above, while not proven by complex mathematical equations, can generally be labeled as a 1 in 1 million situation. Let's give you a bit more context on these situations. Blowing your tire as the leader of the final corner is so rare. I can only think of 3 examples where the leader has blown their tire on the last lap. Kyle Busch in 2016, Dale Earnhardt in the 1990 Daytona 500, and Lightning McQueen in Cars 1. I think the Cars movie was trying to teach us that if you're second in a race, don't give up, because running your fastest could make all the difference in catching the leader when they have a problem. Even though Alex Bowman got past with a handful of laps left, he stayed in it and got to capitalize on Larson's misfortune. It seems like there may be a curse on NASCAR drivers who are about to win 4 races in a row, because Larson suffered from a flat tire.
Only 8 before him have ever won 4.
Oh, he's got a flat tire. The left front tire's
Oh.
It's down. He's going to go into the wall. Kyle Larson in the wall.
Kyle Busch ran out of fuel on the last lap, and when Logano was about to do it, this happened.
Cleared by Logano. Maybe no.
Finishing a race upside down.
NASCAR
Wow.
drivers finish a race when they're in the middle of a crash, but imagine finishing a NASCAR race upside down and getting a top 20 while doing it. I thought this was a much more common occurrence, but I had to look back on a few finishes to make sure drivers weren't upside down as they finished the race. And just as I suspected, Carl Edwards didn't make it to the line in this one. Austin Dillon flipped after he finished the race. Ryan Newman in 2020 had the same thing happen to him, but he might have finished the race in midair. I'd be surprised to see that ever happen again.
Wow,
So,
that's just crazy.
finishing a NASCAR race upside down is an extremely rare occurrence, and Clint Bowyers is really the only obvious example.
NASCAR
Jimmie
craziest
Johnson had a
save.
1 in 1 million save during qualifying at Dover in 2006. Coming out of turn 4, Johnson got loose and headed for the inside wall until he was able to point the car away. He did 2 360s in the opposite direction,
Wow.
and somehow kept his car from sliding down into the inside wall. In the straightaways
That is
especially, Dover
crazy,
is one
bro.
of the most narrow tracks. Johnson's save surprised the commentators and the group of people on pit road, especially Jeff Gordon. How do we know this save was 1 in a million? Jimmie Johnson said that his car inputs were so precise and exact that if he were in the same scenario again, there's no way that he would be able to recreate the save.
Yeah.
And I was
Look how he's using the tires.
I would dump the clutch and stand on the gas. It would bump start the engine. Somehow it worked. There is no way I could replicate it again and avoid the wall. After I got into a nice little rhythm of spinning, I was like, I've got it. I think I can pull it off.
This moment in NASCAR reminds me of how
No
it can
way,
sometimes
bro.
be fun to purposely get loose in NASCAR games and see if maybe you can pull off an epic save, and in which I would be pressing the reset button multiple times for another go. Jimmie Johnson only needed 1 attempt.
Crazy. Doing a
With all
perfect
the flips
flip.
that happen in any given NASCAR season, it's extremely unlikely that the cars will land perfectly on their wheels without getting damaged anywhere else. Clint Bowyers' Daytona flip in 2014 is the only instance of this that I can possibly think of. There's no doubt in my mind that this car probably could have continued in the race if the flip didn't happen on the last lap, and also if the splitter didn't dig into the grass. But hey, this flip is still one of the rarest ones in NASCAR, and 7 years later, I've yet to see anything like it.
That's just
Look
crazy.
at Clint Bowyer in that 15 car.
A clean
up in the air.
flip,
Thing
bro.
went all. It did a 360.
With
Unbelievable.
no damage,
Barrel
man. That
roller
is...
came right back down on its wheels.
Wow.
And,
Impressive,
he won't
that
cross
is.
the start-finish line because it goes all the way across the infield.
Let's see. 2 drivers
Although
tight
we've
in
never seen a tie for the finish
qualifying.
of a NASCAR race, we've had a ton of close encounters.
Off each other.
When David Gilliland went out for Talladega qualifying in 2007, he ran the same exact lap time as Jeff Gordon, all the way down to the thousandth of a second. The two lap times of 49.857 seconds meant that the tie had to be broken, and NASCAR decided to do this by giving the pole to the team with the most owners points, which meant Jeff Gordon got the spot over David Gilliland. If you know of any other qualifying ties for any position, leave a comment down below.
Let's see if he can do it here. 49.85.7. They tied.
Wow.
Both of them. Jeff Gordon, David Gilliland,
No way.
49.857. Identical laps.
Well,
to the
what would you
thousandth
expect
of a second.
in Alabama?
Damn time.
They tied.
The exact same time, bro. That is crazy. Exploiting a loophole in the system. Wow.
In the 2002 Winston, Jeff Burton led segment 1 with only a handful of laps left. All drivers had to make a pit stop during the stage, but it came as a surprise to the announcers as Burton took the white flag without coming down pit road. Surely this was against the rules. However, Jeff Burton's team realized that their pit stall was slightly before the start-finish line, meaning they could come down to the pits on the last lap, put 4 fresh tires on the car, and then cross the finish line on pit road to maintain the lead.
Darryl, what if your pit was before the start-finish line? You pitted on the last lap, and you only had to jump across the line.
Yeah, because the start-finish line goes all the way
my
across the
gosh.
road. That's what he's going to do. That's what he's going to do.
That's what I'm trying to say right now. They're on a strategy move right here to make that pit and just go across the start-finish line, and they'll be good.
Wow, this is either crazy or brilliant.
We'll see here in just a second.
This effectively allowed him to skip the amount of time he would have lost by traveling the full distance of pit road at the speed limit. At first glance, this just looks like a 200 IQ move. But it was also unfair because everyone with a pit stall past the start-finish line could not take advantage of this loophole in the system. This is likely why, in 2021, all NASCAR drivers who want to pit before a stage end have to do so a handful of laps before. That's why the strategy Jeff Burton pulled came as such a shock, and NASCAR will likely never let this happen again.
Crazy, bro. NASCAR allows backup cars.
Now,
What's
if you
this?
don't know, NASCAR's all-star races are traditionally run much different from the average points-paying race. There seem to be new gimmicks every year, such as special green tires, underglow, and changing of race formats all the time. If you watched the 2021 All-Star race, you'd know that they somehow incorporated Deal or No Deal into the event. In 2001, the race unknowingly started with the track being wet in turns 1 and 2. Where have we seen that before?
That's 2 cars. Truex.
It's raining in turn 1.
It all of a sudden just started raining really quickly in turn 1.
But since it's the All-Star race, NASCAR decided to let everyone who crashed go to a backup car just to give them a fair shot. One of the cars involved was the famous number 24 of Jeff Gordon, and spoiler alert, he won with that backup car. Based on how strict NASCAR is with not letting anyone use their backup cars once a race has started, or not even letting them repair the cars under a red flag when the damage wasn't their fault, it's very likely that NASCAR will never allow this again, unless it's the All-Star race and rain comes into play within the opening laps. Now, I won't be asking for subs because, to be honest, I just appreciate that you guys are watching till the end of the video. Maybe just drop a like and we'll see if we can get to 5,000. Because let's face it, the probability that you're a NASCAR fan who found this channel, then found this specific video, and then proceeded to hit the like button is probably about 1 in a million. And I wouldn't be mad at all if you clicked like to keep with the theme of the video. Maybe watch another vid. Boom, 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 boom. There's 4 of my favorites.
Wow, that was brilliant. Really good video right here. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Let me know which one was your favorite from what we just watched, actually. I guess that will wrap up this video. So hit that like button if you have not already. Subscribe to the channel if you feel like it, and we'll be seeing you on the next video. Peace out.